Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So here we are again once more, and unto the breach we march. Okay, just gonna bring up the actual screen here, 2 seconds, yep, there we go. So, bugger, I've just changed that by mistake. Okay, 1 second, we're gonna have to reopen the game. Didn't actually mean to do that. I think it defaults the actual difficulty anyhow, so that's fine. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I was going to actually show you guys the difficulty again. Okay, well, what we're going to do here then is go in over here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Ah, there we go, right, okay. So, I think these are going to be well enough. I may come to regret the Soviet combat bonus about extra defensiveness. I may come to regret that one. But I think it's going to make for a very interesting game. Okay. Now, something I've actually been pondering here in the last few days before we actually got back to this is what am I going to do with the actual table equipment? Now, as you can see here, for example, we do have a table equipment. So obviously this is at 100% really. This is the 100% mark. This is obviously the actual here at the moment. What I'd like to do here then is really go about reducing the table equipment for the vast majority of the units, especially for the rear units, such as, you know, basically the RHJ units. Let's see, where's an example? Yeah, basically my security divisions, they do not need to have such a high table equipment. As you can see here, their table equipment. I mean, it's absolutely tiny, don't get me wrong. Obviously, this one has been split up, but it's still rifle squads that aren't in the right places. See, the thing is with Germany, the thing is with the Reich here. Let's see. Can I go ahead and find what I'm looking for? Right. Yep. So at the moment, I do have a decent amount of points in our armaments production pool here. Vehicles ain't bad. And also, we've not used anything yet because obviously we have not yet processed a turn. But what we need to do here then is we really need to look at the amount of armaments being used and basically wasted to a degree. Vehicles as well is obviously a very important one. It's going to come down to as well, let's see. Right, okay. Now I'm seeing, right, security squad, okay, right, there we go, rifle squad here, okay. Yeah, these are the things that we're going to be running out of. It's going to be the infantry that we run out of when it comes to winter, unless we start to change things now. We need to try and conserve manpower to a degree while we're in this really happy time, to be honest. So what I'm going to do here then is, let's see. There we go. I believe I can set the max table equipment as well from here, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go into my units here, I'm going to clear all filters. Well, get rid of everything here. I'm going to select the infantry. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here then is set them a max table of equipment percentage. Now I'm going to go with, it's going to be quite radical, but I'm going to go with 80% table equipment. What I'm going to do is actually go through and set it up basically so that each corps more or less has a strong division. How you doing there, Zombie? How you doing there, my friend? Yep, indeed. We're going to basically make this so there are going to be, in each corps 4, I don't know, not entirely weak divisions, but weakened divisions. Then we'll have 1 strong division. How you doing there, JHD? It's good to see you again, my friend. Indeed. So we'll go ahead and set that. There we go. So as you can see here, every unit has 80% maximum table equipment. And so what that's going to mean is basically that we're going to have a lot of these assets flowing back to the actual pool, which is going to be very useful. I need to have a pool available. Because obviously when it comes to the winter months, it's not the artillery that's going to be taking a beating, it's not the tanks, it's not anything like that, it's the actual infantry that are going to be taking a beating. Why are we ruining our beautiful strong divisions? What we're doing is simply taking away some of their table equipment and we're going to keep it in a pool. But yes, as I just said, what we're going to do here then is, if I can go into here then, I'm going to make this on Germany only. Okay, so nation, Germany, there we go. Okay, so we have these divisions here attached to OKH. They're static anyhow. Okay, the good news is we can do this core by core actually. Right. Another thing to look for here then is probably morale. So we'll go for morale actually. The good news is morale is going to be quite high in these heady days, which is very good. Okay, so you're going to be the strong division of the 10th Corps. So I'm going to personally alter your table equipment, and we're going to have you increased back up to 100% here. There we go. Now, yep, same for you over here as well. The reason why I'm doing this is so ideally each corps has one strong division. Well, one division at full strength and the others are going to be at somewhat... I mean, they're still going to have like 4/5 of their strength, but obviously not their full strength. What I'm going to do as well is try to use our artillery more as well. See, the thing is with artillery, it's almost worthless in the panzer groups. I believe with artillery, the actual artillery in the actual corps command, for example, has to start the turn within, it's either 3 to 5 hexes, I think it's something of that nature, for it able to be used in battle, for it to really support the unit in battle. So when it comes to artillery, the best way to use it with the panzer divisions and basically anything motorized as far as I'm aware, is we have to have it assigned directly to that unit. So that's probably going to be the way we have to take things then. Interesting enough, our combat value is quite low. Intriguing. Table equipment is 74%, so they've taken a bit of beating already, haven't they? Yeah, they've lost a few thousand men there. Oh, thank you very much for that, J-Stream. No, I really do appreciate it, my man. Thank you so very much. Okay, so we do have 2 divisions here from the 2nd Corps. So the 32nd will become the strong one. I could have the 12th reinforced, actually. They've taken a beating, actually. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Right, we'll have the 32nd increase then. There we go. Now, the 1st Corps is doing quite well here. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Hello there, Carl. So this is what happens when you pull too many troops out of Manchuria. Indeed. We have a Manchurian candidate. You know, I've never actually seen that film. I need to actually go and watch that film. You hear it referenced a lot. Yeah, you're already here. You can actually do a lot from the screen, to be honest. We need to start using it more often in the future. But yeah, we should see a nice flow of units back to the actual pool here, actually. And that's what I'm going to try to engineer. We need to be receptive to our units as well, actually. Ideally trying to engineer scenarios when they are able to rest, really. Well, I mean, that is supposedly their future goal. Now, obviously, when that's going to happen, then yeah, don't ask me about that one. But maybe one day. It would obviously be very impressive. It's a very ambitious project, isn't it? Okay, so, I do wish I could actually zoom in here to make the writing a little bit bigger. Right. There's actually not that many left here, so that's not too bad. Games took United 5 indeed. I like that. Okay. It's still 110 divisions, isn't it? And obviously included these static divisions. So less so. What I'll do then is I'll sort it by core then. Oh, wow. How you doing there, Telly? There was an opponent wanting to poke by someone looking to play all 3 games with someone else at the same time. My god. I mean, what about the bombing of the Reich? Come on, can't miss that one out. Okay, I'd like to effectively get rid of these units. Can I have a unit size division? Shame. Hello there, Tobias. How you doing there, my friend? Okay, so we had first call sorted out already. That's fine. Second call is done. Fourth call done. Yep. Fifth call. Bit about the same there. Yeah, try to engineer so we have a strong division in each. What is the single strongest division in the German army? Yeah, I'll just finish up with this and then we can have a quick look, can't we? I mean, obviously it's going to be affected by certain aspects, which is more than likely an armored unit. My god, I do wish I had a magnifying glass here. I'm not gonna lie, my eyes are really failing me here. This is a little bit hard to read. We'll get it anyhow. Yeah, to be honest, Kai, you're a bit like my wife sometimes. Not that I have one, but I'd imagine that's what it'd be like. But you got that sweet ass. Keeps me coming back, really. Stuff of nightmares. Stuff of nightmares. Right, we're nearly done now. What we're going to be doing as well is actually, we'll be able to use this system to really have the units that need the reserves, that need the replacements focused on. So that's good. Okay, that'll do for the time being. I mean, that's 1.5 million men there. So I'm going to clear these filters here. Okay. So, sort by combat value, I guess. So technically, at the moment, the strongest unit that we have would be the 8th Panzer Division. But then again, obviously, it hasn't moved yet, so that's probably why it's got a little bit of extra strength. It's not had to do anything as of yet. Still good to go. And also, we could increase that combat value a little bit further by assigning additional support. But yeah, what do they have here? So they have Panzer IVs, Panzer IVs, Panzer IVCs there. Plenty of Panzer 38Ts, actually. Okay. Yeah. You're only slightly shy of your table equipment, so not too bad there. Not too bad. Supposedly you should have a lot more light tanks. Which is intriguing, really, isn't it? Okay. So that's that. Now what I'm going to do here then is actually go through these guys. I'm going to set their maximum table equipment down to 50%. Of all the units here, these ones aren't exactly going to be the guys I need to worry myself with. I could go a lot further and have it done to actually all the support units as well. Which I may do, to be fair. Or at least certain ones, it depends really. It's a consideration probably for the future, actually. Okay, so if we go in over here, then we'll take a look at our actual units. As you can see, so that's the 102nd, let's see. That might be a strong division. Yeah, there we go. So you can see their table equipment has been reduced down to 80 here. The reason for that is I want to have this manpower flow back into the pool, really. Need to really make sure it goes to where we need it. Okay. The first few turns we will be very strong either way, really. I mean, even 80% of the actual table equipment here is far stronger than anything we'll have, well, would have had in 43, 44, 45, you know what I mean? So, it's not a sacrifice as such. We're still going to be cooking on gas. What I'm going to do then is really make sure that we can actually survive until winter and then through the winter. And not just like half-assed, like, we might make it. I want us to actually do well here. Okay. Now, perhaps we might go through and actually take a look at the actual support unit settings as well, actually. So if I take a look over here, then I'm going to go with none. Okay. Is AA there? Artillery? No. We could potentially play with the table equipment of the actual artillery. The only thing is, then again, it would reduce the amount of guns. As far as I'm aware. What I might do then is instead, I mean, let's look at cavalry. Quite a few cavalry units over here. Mechanized is going to stay, well, sorry, motorized is going to stay 100%. Armored is going to stay 100% if we can achieve that. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be plenty of men really saved from over here in the infantry. Let's take a look at AA then. I'll tell you what we can actually do here is go to the air bases. Now, what I do need to be careful of is obviously reducing the size of the aviation support available to these units. So what I'm going to do here then is go to Germany, for example. I'm going to take a look at the 2nd Army's air base over here. So take a look at this bad boy. So as you can see here, we do have air support, light flak, and support in general. So this is the actual. So in reality, we actually are slightly over support, but slightly well, actually quite a bit under the actual amount of light flak required. Now, you have no units even attached to you anyhow. So let's find a airfield that is going to be worthwhile looking at. Okay, so the 15th, for example. Okay. Reliability is 10. Right. See, I'm not as familiar with one of these as I am with one of the Pacific. So I'm trying to remember how you actually tell how much aviation support is needed. Ah, there we go. I'm going to assume that is aviation value. If it's anything like one of the Pacific. So I'm looking at 81 there at the moment. What I'm going to do then is go ahead and reduce it down on the air bases for the time being. We can we can always change it for the air bases that do require more. So what I'll do then is actually have we'll have this brought down to, I'll say about 60, which is fairly drastic, don't get me wrong. But then we'll see how it looks next turn. I just want to try and save as much on the manpower as I can. I think as well what we're going to have to do then is really look towards support units. Probably support units that aren't going to be used too much or too often. Yeah. I really want to avoid using loads and loads of armament points, really. We can kind of do that to a degree by obviously being smart with our units. Oh well. Anyhow. Right, so I still have a division over here. Unfortunately, they can't. I mean, they can just about make it over here. It's not exactly cracking. Yeah. I did make a little bit of a mess here. I did very much want to take Regan in the first turn. I don't think we'll be able to do that. Well, I doubt we'll be able to do that. The issue is, it's like I should have made it across here, then attacked it the second turn. I think with that additional defensive bonus, it's just, yeah, we probably weren't able to do so. But still, we can wrap up these units over here. So it's not too bad. I do have a Totem Cough still available to me. Obviously, they can't buy that. Not far, not far. Supposedly 2 units over here with an airbase. Okay. What I could look to do then is potentially have a Totem Cough, and potentially these forces here from the 4th Panzer Group look to just encircle this, but I don't think there is much to gain from that as such. Though it could be done. It probably would be worthwhile doing. What I'm thinking here then is, for example, I might be better off doing something like this, as at least this is going to make it far easier to reach Minsk. So what I'm going to do then is actually move the infantry from elsewhere first, and then we'll go about that. Okay. Static units over there. I can't alter that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I do still have these divisions over here. Not particularly know what I'm going to intend to do with them at the moment. See, the thing is going to be, we'll send more armor and just motorize in general down south. But for where more infantry might be required is a little bit more interesting. But either way, before we do head south, what I'm going to do here then is actually choose a rail line I'm going to convert. Now, thankfully, it's far cheaper to do so, which is really nice. Shame I didn't have that line here. But I think what we might do then... Yeah, shame I don't have that hex. What I could do here then is possibly... It wouldn't be until next turn that I could even convert these hexes anyway. It might be worthwhile going along this line over here. It's a little bit more central than this one to the north. It does obviously still link up to Riga. Something like that. I think we'll go for this line here then. Okay. In fairness, if I can have them on the railhead, I'll have them on the railhead. Also, the railhead will be moving forward next turn. So we'll start converting. Now, due to this being in the Baltic rail zone, it is far cheaper to convert these rails. Which is excellent. Okay. I can't exactly remember moving the airfields up, but okay. Past me's decision there was a little bit odd. I must have had some reasoning behind it at the time. Right, there we go. And there's where you will stop then. That's fine by me. Yeah, some fatigue here. What we're going to do then is, I think we'll look for a point at which we decide to rest our men. What I'd like to do is try to maintain some sort of reserves. We can't have our men continuously in combat. When they do rest, they will regain morale, which is very good. I think what I might do is when I have divisions that are in dire need of rest, and refit really. Well, at least rest. And what I'll do then is more than likely just have that table equipment reduced down to about 50% or even less than that perhaps. As the refit will obviously go about improving the morale. But in the meantime I can actually use that manpower elsewhere until that division's morale has been brought back up to a useful standard. Might be a way we can sort of keep things running for the most part. Okay, still have you over here obviously. Now, that division there has been causing me some issues. Okay, let's take a look at how we want to approach this then. Bring up the handy-dandy drawing tool. I'm going to work my way down, I reckon. There we go. Yeah. So, we do have Brest-Litovsk over here to the south. Fairly well garrisoned there, until it's cut off. Now, if I take a look then... yeah. What we're looking to do here then is actually to try and take Minsk on the first turn, which I think is significantly more doable than other objectives, really, to a degree. The only issue is these bloody river lines. They cause me issues. There's a lot of swamp in this area, which is not good. Swamp all over the goddamn place over here in Belarus. So we need to avoid that. So the best method for us to actually advance over here towards Minsk is... see, I'd love to try and isolate and destroy Brest-Litovsk in the first turn. Now, it could cost us some units, but I think for the most part... and the fact is, we are playing against AI as well, so we do have some advantages I wouldn't have against a human player. What I may go ahead and do is actually assign more infantry. And of course, we're not playing on impossible difficulties, so I'm not going to have to use an entire army to destroy about 2 units. So yeah, what I might go ahead and do is actually use a core, or potentially something close to a core, to actually take Brest-Litovsk. The reason being, if I can take that, and if I can actually move the rail lines in the first turn that little bit further, it is going to be quite nice. It does mean that we'll be able to try and keep a little bit closer to the pace of the advance. That, and I also do want to open the way up towards Minsk as much as possible. So what I'm going to do here then is run some reconnaissance in this area, make sure... try and gather as much information as possible. Yeah, so we didn't know about that really. Okay, I'm going to run reconnaissance again. There we go. I can imagine the Luftwaffe is getting rather tired here at the moment. In fact, we can actually go ahead and take a look at that if we're able to do so. Yeah, fatigue's 24. Gotta be somewhat careful with them. Okay. So, of course, over here, then, we do have plenty of panzers, plenty of infantry. What I've gone ahead and done here is, let's see... Pioneer Stugjav, or Stugs, as you would like to pronounce it. Where are my super heavy guns? Are they in the 2nd Panzer Corps? I've got the Siege Mortar there. Unfortunately, I can't have that reassigned this turn. I've made a bit of a boo-boo on that one then. Not too bad. Mountain Pioneers in here. It's rather intriguing, okay. Very interesting. Yep, I should have had those actually deployed to the units. Can I still do that? No, okay. We are going to need a boatload of pioneers to take this. We have a look at the level 3 fortified city as well. What I'm going to do here then is... I'm not going to bother attacking it across the river if I can avoid doing so. It's just too much of a penalty. It's not even goddamn worth it. Now, I do have a cavalry division over here, which is going to be very, very useful. And in fairness, what I could do is have this cavalry division move into even... well, just to freaking cut them off, which is going to be very handy. Well, let's see. I'm half tempted to use the cavalry, but then again, the cavalry does have quite a bit of movement there, whilst the infantry do not. So we need to take a look at how much we're going to have assigned to this task. So I have the 167th Infantry Division there. Okay. This is a well-supported corps here, then. Yeah, the 12th Corps. Right. I can't afford to have him dismissed, unfortunately. He's a much more able commander of infantry. Motorized, you say? Oh, it's indeed motorized, isn't it? Okay, that's good information there. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here then is actually use these elements. So I do have... Who do you belong to? Okay. So I do have this core over here. What is this? The 33rd... Sorry, the 43rd core. 43rd could break the... Yeah. These positions over here could be a pain in the arse. I'm not going to engage with them. Your morale is actually rather poor for a division here. 130. Sorry, yeah, the 131st has very poor morale there at 70. Okay. What I'm going to do then is go ahead. Go for the hasty attack over here then. Yet make surrender. That's what I'd like to see. Okay. So it's going to take a lot of movement to actually move across the river here, but I'm going to do that. Right hasty attack on that unit there. That is now routed. Okay. So I do have a little bit more movement here. What I'll do then is place one unit there. This unit over here then to ensure security of the rail line. Okay. So I've got my entrance across the bug secured. I've got my crossing point now. Let's see, is it... I'd be spending a lot of administration points somewhere else, and I don't think I can even do so. What I'm going to do then is take the 167th and have them assigned to the 12th Corps. Can I even do that? I can't do that. I can't. God damn. That's a very strong division over there, the 45th Rifle. Not quite what I wanted there. Okay. What I'm going to do here then... Then again, is it even worthwhile doing that? It's not worthwhile doing that, is it? Okay. In fact, I'm going to go with that. A bit of a waste of their use, well, of their potential, but it does mean that I can actually isolate this now. So I can have this one unit actually moving in here to isolate it. But I can do that with these units over here anyhow. Okay. I do have a couple of these divisions over here, so I'm going to have these guys move first. I think what we're going to do here then is try to use as little manpower to actually hold this as possible. Move that core headquarters to here. Okay. The morale here is 80. Yeah, see, what I could do as well is actually have the low morale divisions actually assigned to this task over here of actually destroying these, well, these units that will surrender. It's easy pickings and ideally will increase their morale. But these are going to be early contenders for actually having their units rest. Now let's see, if I split you up, I can't achieve what I need to achieve. Okay, we'll do this. I'm not claiming this is like a wise idea. by any means of the imagination. But what I intend to do here then is actually just split up a couple of these divisions and have them hold the front. Yeah, this doesn't matter, we're going to cut it off. Now we're going to round these units out of the area. Okay. That's I'll use you. I intend to use these weakened units. Well, they're not weakened, but basically the units with the low morale. Have you moved there? Yeah, so then what we're doing here then is actually freeing up additional divisions. So I can do with these additional divisions is have them actually move on the wings over here. Well, basically as we cut through them. I'll just have a couple divisions here work alongside security forces, and we'll do it that way. Right, there we go. That's all we need. I don't need anything fancy, I don't need anything extravagant. It's all about trying to save men, really. What are we looking at here? In all honesty, I could potentially even just use these security forces. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What I'll do then is actually have them on the rail lines over here. Move you down here. Yeah, see, these men can actually move up here. I'll move those afterwards, though. So what I'll do here then is split up the actual security forces. Reform over here. Yep, and that. Yeah, so what we've been able to do here then is actually peel off, what, 4 divisions in total, which is going to be quite good. What I'll look at doing then is actually having them, I could even potentially have them assigned to another corps that we receive as support, or, well, as resupply, reinforcements, whatever you want to know it as. Or even I could have them assigned to an actual army group headquarters, potentially even like the RHJ. But it's not a terrible idea. It's not going to do them wonders, but at least we'd actually be able to have them just beating themselves, gain some morale back, which would be quite nice. I really do need to have men on the front lines. I'd rather have a addition of infantry than just sat wasting their time over here, like idling their thumbs, really. Okay. Now I think I'm going to go for this city here. Now if we take a look then, so obviously you can see their defensive capability has been somewhat diminished, which is good. It does work out better for us. Okay, I was hoping that I could have actually had the super heavy artillery, well, mortars in support, but it seems like I kind of buggered myself to the goodies. Where's the other one? I should have had it, like, assigned to the actual unit itself. I just wish sometimes it was a little bit easier to use the UI. So what I'm going to do here then is go into the equipment. Type, I'm going to be looking for super heavy artillery. Helps if I'm looking at just well, just German. Right, super heavy guns over here then. I'll tell you what. Right, 4th Army and 2nd Panzer Group. Okay, move it to the 12th Corps. Double check that we're sending it to the right unit first. Yeah, so I can move one of them at least, which is, it's a bit of a nothing. I mean, in all honesty, what I can do here then is actually attack the city of the rest of Tusk with units from all 3 of these actual core headquarters over here. At least then I can actually use the support from all 3 of those, really. So that's not a bad idea. Okay. Ah, thank you very much there. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Good to have you on board. Okay. I take it 1976 was a good year then. Right, yeah. So I'll have this change hands then. Well, to be honest, if I'm going to do that, I mean, this is it. Do I have it assigned to this primarily Panzer Corps, or do I have it assigned to this one? It could probably do with... we'll have to move it around, really. We'll have to just move it around. I just need to get it actually in use, really. So I'll have it assigned to the 12th. Right. There we go, we'll have you assigned to the 12th Corps. Ideally, they can be used this turn. Do you have anything else? Howitzers... Yeah, there's plenty of stuff here that I need to get moved elsewhere. There's really no reason for them to be in possession of such weapons. Yeah, then you can't have that move there, unfortunately. There's no need for you to have these guns. Yet unfortunately I can't have them sent to where I'd like to have them. I mean, we might hold on to those ones there, as I could potentially have them sent to a panzer group down here, or some sort of group. We might be able to find a corps perhaps that could be used. I can't have them sent to the 12th, unfortunately. But maybe something closer will be able to move there to make use of them. Okay. So it would be 8 there. What I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to... Oh, unfortunately I can't. Okay. I wanted to take that hex, but it doesn't particularly matter much. So I'll use this unit over here then. These men can move here. Yeah, you don't have enough movement. What I'm going to do then is actually have this unit move here then for the time being, just to guard against anything here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is give these units pioneers, basically everything they're going to need. If I'm able to do so. Pioneers and Stugs, of course. And this is very, very important equipment. Right, pioneers. Right, no pioneers available for you. I guess I'll give them a machine gun battalion then, just to make them feel like wanted. There is some Flampanzer battalion available here. So I'll have them assigned into the actual unit. Is it the actual French armor? Well, captured French armor that we're using, like B2s or something. Flampanzer 2? Oh, right, okay, so it's the actual flamethrower variant of the Panzer. And I love the fact that you had this, like, I mean, these guys over here, I think there was one or two of them. I think it was about two. Definitely can see one of them here. I believe they were actually remote operated from within the tank itself. But yeah, it's not something you want to be in. You don't want to be in, like, a giant fuel tank. Probably not the best place to be if it was to explode, really. Yeah, they've got two flamethrowers, so I think the other one's over here on this side, actually. Okay. Any additional support that I can potentially give them? I do have another Pioneer battalion there. Pioneers. Pioneers over here, then. So I guess what we're going to do here, then, is I'll give them another Pioneer battalion. Thank you very much, Veg H3. Really appreciate my dude. When you say ads, what do you actually mean there? Okay, give them... Issue is obviously they're lacking on the morale there. Let's go to your headquarters. Oh, so I can't have it assigned to a division. I'm going to assign it to a corps then. That's a shame. Within 3... how hard is this game compared to Heartline 3 and Black Eyes? Well, to be honest, it is a turn-based game. So it's not... I mean, this is it. I think this is what people, like, get somewhat flustered by. Is it looks massive. And I suppose it is massive in a lot of different ways. But I wouldn't say it's hard. And I'd say it's like a different game, really. But you have all the time in the world. You play in a turn-based game, you have all the time in the world to actually... really figure out what you want to do or why you want to do or how you're going to do something. It is fun though. It definitely is a fun game. And I would say, like any game like this, find a human opponent and you're going to be in for a hell of a game. But I'd say they're a different breed of a game, really. Different breed. I'd say in this one, obviously you do have far more control over your units than you do in Heartline 3, to a degree. So of course, you can do things that in Heartline would be impossible. So I don't know, they're very different breed of games to a degree, but I would say in some ways Heartline 3 is harder, and in some ways Grigsby is one of the East is harder. But I'd say that Grigsby is one of the East obviously does have the depth. Okay. It's all about what you like, really. Right, this unit over here can't attack, unfortunately. That's fine. Okay, so let's take a look at what I have available here for the attack. I potentially have that unit join in there. So in fairness, if I'm going to do something like that, I may even go ahead and move up this unit here. Probably is worth going for broke on this one. Thank you very much, man, Nitrogen, for the follow. Really appreciate it, my man. Yeah, Pioneer unit over here, then. I don't think I have any of the Pioneers in this unit over here. No, well, in this core. So unfortunately not. I do have some self-propelled flak, motorized flak, and light flak. But yeah. Okay. It's definitely going to be a immense application of force here. Thank you very much for Nitrogen. Are you new to the stream? Really appreciate it to have some new blood here. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So we're looking at the 112th, the 293rd, the 267th, the 34th, the 31st, the 167th, and the 45th divisions here. Now, I could potentially have the Luftwaffe attempt to soften them up first and foremost, actually. Might not be a bad idea. It could actually be potentially worthwhile. They've been used quite heavily. I think we'll go ahead and do this, actually. I want to make sure that I actually do succeed here. Didn't mean to launch that soon, actually. I was going to select some more units, but that's fine. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is select all again. But I don't need as many escort fighters. I don't think I even need any escort fighters, but we'll have some along for the ride just in case. Okay, and launch. Right, I'm going to turn the detail up over here, Ben. And we're going to go one more time. Right, bombers are out of range. Okay. So if I take a look over here, Ben. Yeah. That was with the reconnaissance, then, it seems. But over here, then. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the important aspect over here. It didn't lose much in the way of men. We did lose 8 fights, and we did lose a bomber over here. But it's about this actual... Yeah, trying to disrupt his men, really. If we disrupt his men, that's going to cause damage. Well, not so much in the way of damage, but really, it's nice. Yeah, still turn 1. Oof. It wouldn't be me if I did anything quickly. Good to have you there, Cow. Love that name, by the way. Okay, we're going to go with our first attack here on the city of Tusk. We'll hope for the absolute goddamn best. I mean, we have bombed it. We surrounded it. And let's see here. That unit can't launch a probing attack. This one could potentially launch a probing attack, but it's not exactly doing much, is it? It's a bit of a waste of time, actually. Would just burn their morale for very little gain. Okay. I could even potentially throw armor in this, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, first of all, let's make sure there's no more support here that I can actually have thrown in here. I think it would be worthwhile to throw in more howitzers if we can do so. I think it is a little bit overboard, but I think it is needed. Where's your core command? Ooh, we almost missed out that one. Yep, okay. Additional howitzers. I do hope that they can be of use. Actually, I don't think they would be of use due to the fact that they started over here. I need to double check on those rules. Yeah, they do have some howitzers. I guess I'll have them assigned. And this core could actually function as a new headquarters for those divisions we pulled off from the center here, actually. So we'll have them assigned just in the off chance that they can be used. Okay. Wish us luck, ladies and gentlemen. Wish us luck. The city of Tusk hopefully will fall today. Okay. So we'll go ahead here and just pause this and actually look at the contribution of units. So, 293rd, 112th, we are seeing howitzers, pioneers. 13th Corps, 3 divisions, howitzers, Panzerjägers. You have Stugs, pioneers, heavy work, well, rockets, machine gun battalion. Okay, the Panzer Corps over here. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're looking at. So we have these corps actually throwing their assets against the city here, which is important. Flampanzers. Yeah, howitzers. We also do, actually nice support there from the Luftflotte too, actually, that's very good. BF-109s, BF-110s, quite a lot of fighters, a hell of a lot of fighters, actually. Then 71 Junker 87Bs, actually. So that's good, at least we do have an additional chance to bomb the target as well, so that's very useful. Okay, so in overall command here, it seems that General Wolfer Schroff, however you pronounce his name there, is in command. We do have Vasily Popov commanding the Soviet forces over here of the 28th Rifle Corps. Okay. So he's got the 22nd Mechanized. Sorry, the 22nd Tank Division there from the 14th Mechanized. He's got the 28th Rifle Corps here, represented by the 6th Rifle Division and the 42nd Rifle Division. Some 24,000 men, 392 pieces of artillery, 351 pieces of armor. We are attacking here with 124,000 men, 632, 1,634 guns, and 163 armored fighting vehicles. I think the actual historic attack on Brest-Litovsk was carried out by about 60-odd thousand men, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is about twice the concentration of men against it. I can't really afford to wait. Okay, how do I actually unpause? Oh, is it gonna make... okay. God damn it. And we take the city. There we go. Okay, it's a shame. I wanted to actually see that in detail, but I don't know how you actually have it go on then. Okay, so let's actually take a look at how the battle went then. That's a shame. I wanted to watch it in motion, actually. Okay, so of that, 663 men are damaged, 38 pieces of artillery, 14 armored fighting vehicles, 317 men are lost, 4 artillery pieces, 4 armored units over there. Yeah, there's indeed a lot of attacking men, but it will be worthwhile because I can now move on. But thankfully we do succeed in the attack here. The Soviets actually do lose 27 bombers over here. That's actually a really large amount of bombers. Not a decent amount of bombers there, so still more damage there for the Red Air Force. They lose 4,167 men, 67 artillery pieces, 187 armored fighting vehicles. All 3 units are routed. Amazingly, they make it out of here, which is surprising. So let's see here then. Ground elements ready, 10,672, ready 2,244. Yeah, damage 17,316, disrupted 1,458, 902. Average morale, average experience, average fatigue. Yeah, very good man. Engineer value. Okay, it's a shame that we had it commanded by this commander here. Potentially I wanted it by somebody else, but not well. The city is now ours. But Brest-Litovsk has fallen to the... well, to our armies over here. So that's very good. It does mean that we do have the capability to now move up. So Brest-Litovsk falls here on the first turn. Now, of course, the city is... yeah, the manpower's been ruined over here, as you can imagine. I can imagine being a happy fight in there. We do score 248 units of supply, but the main thing here is I can now move up and immediately convert that city's rail lines and begin moving up over here. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is move up our infantry. Which is going to be kind of one of those of like, is it, yeah. Can't really do too much with that. Some of these other units can still move a little bit though, so what I'll do then is actually have them move up over here. And let's take a look at their fatigue then. So yeah, fatigue is, yeah, it's kind of a... In fact, what I'm going to do then is have them go back. Fatigue's not so bad here. So I could potentially have them move up over here. At least that would take some of the actual zone of control away. So I'll have the 31st move there then. This unit can move over here then. 34th, yep. And I guess we'll have these guys move up then, because why not? There we go. Right, these men don't really have anywhere to go, so what we're going to do then... Right, you belong to the Panzer Corps, you belong to the 12th Corps. Okay. Move you over here then to Brest. Can I have you assigned to that corps? Unfortunately not. Yeah, these Flam Panzers are going to be very, very handy. And this is it, they actually do come with some Panzer 3Gs over here with their 50mm guns. And some Panzer 2Cs with their 20mm guns. So not a bad unit really, is it? You do get a decent amount of armoured fighting vehicles for your buck there. So not bad. Not bad at all. I love the difference here as well. With just the sheer amount of construction value that our divisions actually have. Right, let's see. 89. 105. Let's take a look at a fresh division then. Yeah, 35 here then. Okay. So it must be that support there then that's... probably support from the actual units over here then that's giving them such a high construction value. Probably all of the like pioneers or something of that nature. Or even construction units within the core headquarters itself perhaps. There's a lot of things about one of the East I do need to go ahead and take a look into deeper. Really try and find some of the actual details there really. Okay. Right. So, now that we're free to actually move up, I'm going to do so now. And these men contributed there, which is a very good thing. Yeah, the cavalry does have a nice range of movement. I need to look at potentially what infantry I could use here. I think what I'm going to do here then is have this Panzer Group assigned to the south. I could potentially even have 2 Panzer Groups assigned to the south here to actually support Army Group South as well. That might be a consideration to go ahead with. How many divisions do we have here? There's a lot to be said as well because I could have the Totenkopf SS Motorized Division over here to the north. They obviously do have a good bit of range there. I could even potentially have the armor, I could even potentially have this motorized unit there, the 3rd. But it does seem like the Totenkopf does have some pretty good movement from there. So I do have another unit I could potentially bring in to help us out here. Like for example, I move them there, then all these men are already cut off, so that's not a bad thing at all really. So that's good to bear in mind. Now the issue is these units on the road here. I don't think I've got anybody in range who can actually go in there and hit that unit. Unfortunately not. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is going to move the cavalry over here. It even sounds like motorized. Right. I'm going to give them... Did I even give them pioneers? Is it worthwhile giving them pioneers? Is it really worthwhile? It's not really much I can give them here. I guess I could give them a self-propelled light flak battalion. A little bit of additional support there, really. Yeah. Just 20mm AA guns there. These are just AA guns, so... Nothing spectacular there. Have the actual headquarters move up there to support them. Okay. So what am I looking at here then? Do they have any entrenchment? They do not. What terrain are they in? They're on a town over here. So they do have that going for them. So what I'm going to do then... their morale's not exactly great either, so that's good. And what I'm going to do then is launch a hasty attack. Ideally that does succeed. Okay, that unit is routed. Fantastic. Really good news as well, because that means I can keep on moving units here. Okay. So I can obviously move up over here then. It didn't take us too much in the way of actual movement there. So that's good news. Yep, I need to just keep on moving up over this way then. Keep use of the clear terrain. Thankfully that is in clear terrain as well, so that is very good. Ideally I could route that unit, and it looks like it could be routed there. The 205th motorized isn't looking exactly strong there. So I'm going to go with another hasty attack. There we go. So we do have 198 pieces of artillery here. 50 AFVs obviously. 14,000 men. I mean, cavalry was extraordinarily useful on the Eastern Front. Both sides obviously made great use of it. I mean, the Axis allies as well. Soviets, the Germans, obviously, great use of cavalry. Very handy. Good and a route. That's what I need. Low loss of life for our men here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is avoid the actual swamp here. Move on up. So it looks like, yep, we'll be able to just rub that unit there and the airfield. Okay, now this is going to be a problem crossing the Sahara. That's Shara River, however the hell we pronounce it. So what I'm going to do here then is cross to the north. Okay. Now that one is a little bit tougher. I don't have a huge amount of actual movement points remaining to me here. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring up my actual command. Within range, that is. Okay, I'm going to go for a planned attack. Yeah, still receiving support here from the Luftwaffe. I mean, ideally we can absolutely devastate the Soviet Air Force this turn. I need to inflict as much damage on them as humanly possible. I'm feeling fairly confident about taking Minsk in turn 1. I think that could probably be achieved. The good news if we do achieve that is it is going to be quite important. It's going to be good to actually have a city on the front lines there. And let's see here. Yep, okay, they're doing well. Ideally, I can actually capture some supply there. Could act as a forward supply depot as well. So I could park a core headquarters there. And how supply systems work is obviously it looks to draw it from the actual supply lines and railhead. But it'll also draw it from the nearest supply source, I do believe. So if we can use supplies in Minsk, that would save us a lot of travel and a lot of vehicles, really. A lot of hardship and pain. I like seeing these units that destroy the other ones. It's nice to actually get an idea of how the battle actually goes and really what is doing what. And we've seen that the artillery is really the key on the battlefield here. To a degree, obviously. Yep, okay. They are forced to retreat is obviously a good thing for us here. That's what I need. Okay. It does leave them with some ability here to move. What I'm going to do here then... I'm going to move there. It doesn't secure me any additional zone of control, but obviously we are. I mean, I could go with a hasty attack from there, why not? Who knows what might happen. Okay, does actually force them to retreat again. Well, that's a very good result there. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, low loss of life there. Fantastic. First Cavalry Division there doing extraordinarily well. Okay, exactly what I needed there. Okay. So now this road has been opened up significantly more than before, which is very handy. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here then is take the motorized division from the furthest away. So it's either 9 or 9. I'm going to move over here so I'm not being affected by this zone of control. Ideally they will have the capabilities to punch through. They do have a self-propelled flak with them. There is some armor up over here as well, which is an issue. I'll give them the Panzerjäger Battalion. So we have the 611th over here then, so we do have the Panzerjäger 1s over here. Now, it's not bad really, so it's additional 47mm guns at the end of the day. Okay. So I'll have them moved up over here then. I'll bring their headquarters up nearby. Now, I could go with a planned attack, and I think that should actually succeed. We do have here... Yeah, another town over here then. It is in the clear, which is fantastic. I don't think there's any fortifications. No, there's no fortifications, which is good. But what I need to do is actually clear this. I mean, I could potentially go for a hasty attack, but I don't want it to fail, so I'll go with a planned attack. And then we know it's more than likely going to succeed. Okay. There's a lot of AA battalions there. My god, there's a lot of AA. So that must be coming... So that's supposed to be coming from Stavkamer. Is it actually coming from the airfield, or is it another headquarters nearby? And let's see what the level 3 looks like. Okay, yeah, they're forced retreat. The headquarters kicked out of there. Okay, yeah, you don't have any additional movement here now. I'm gonna say probably worthwhile to go for that planned attack. At least it ensures that we force them out of position. Okay. So I do have your motorized division now. They can continue to take the torch up and move on further. So I could actually give them... I'm gonna give them a pioneer battalion. They're a really awesome unit. So move them up over here. Move the actual core headquarters. Okay, so I'm going to go with a hasty attack. Oh, they actually hold. Goddamn. Well, I suppose this is what happens, isn't it? Go with another hasty attack then. Right, they're forced retreat. I mean, perhaps had we gone with that from the start, we would have been in a better position, but live and learn, really. Okay. Hello there, Alphamata. How you doing there, my friends? Noob tutorial question. What penalties do you get from not being in range of your headquarters? Also, how do you not make a mess of your headquarters divisions? Now, see... I'm kind of spitballing on this one when it comes to actually having the headquarters in range. I think what it does is basically allows you to use the commander to help... Well, let's see. I've got the actual manual in front of me here. I know a hell of a lot more about War of the Pacific than I do about War of the East, actually. I'm going to have to learn War of the East to a much higher degree. I know enough to play. But on questions like this, I will have to go ahead and look up in the manual why. Okay. Yeah, I might have to come back to that one. If you want to actually go ahead then, Offmater, and if you go ahead and head over to my YouTube channel, XTRG, I will be uploading the video after the stream as well. So if you want to post that question there again, I'll actually get back to you on that one. So I do need to double check that one. I don't want to give you like an answer and not be correct. How long has the stream been up? Hello there, residents. We've been live about an hour here. An hour and about quarter. Yeah, an hour and a quarter minutes. So not terribly long really for me. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here then is I really only have the ability to move up one hex. Which ain't exactly exceptional, is it really? I'll move here then. I do have the ability to launch a hasty attack. So we'll go ahead and try and hit that tank division over there. Come on. Luftwaffe is not in range at the moment. I'm not going to move the Luftwaffe as of yet. Okay. In ideally, I'd like to start capturing a lot more equipment. Oh, fantastic. So it does actually force them to retreat. That is great news. They don't have enough to do it again. But the good news is it has actually caused damage there to that division. It's forced them to retreat as well, which is good. As if I take a look then. Yeah. Okay. Wow, they actually did not have a lot of tanks or a tank division at all. They lost an eighth of their units over here. Yeah, let's take a look at the details. Okay. A few units disrupted over here. Considering that they had 511 ready. And 141 of them disrupted, that is quite a bit of a loss. Oh, 265, okay. Yeah, that is not bad at all. If they only have 511 ground elements, and 265 of them are disrupted. I can't say to what degree they could be disrupted, but either way, that's good news. So that unit isn't exactly going to be in a great shape now. Okay. 169% fuel, 158, 172, 164. Okay, so what we're going to do here then is use the 3rd Panzer Division. Now, the 3rd Panzer Division, let's see. Right, unfortunately, I don't have Pioneers available for them at the moment. I do think it was worthwhile to use the Pioneers to take Tusk. Okay. Issues they're going to be attacking across the river and into forest, really. It's not too great. What I'm going to do here, then... And if I move them, I'm not having to deal with that zone of control. It's the same distance anyhow, so I'll move that. Spreads our units out to a little bit more of a degree, really. Okay. Yep, you're within command range. Right. So I don't have enough for a planned attack, I only have enough for a hasty attack. I'm going to move that up just a bit closer. Okay, come on. Show me those lucky rolls. And the 3rd Panzer's not particularly that strong. But obviously it does have... I mean, it has like, what, 10 times the amount of armor that they do. Far more numbers. Okay, does force them to retreat. Very good news. Okay, unable to move up, which is fine. Right, so we're going to go to the next unit here. So I have 4th Panzer 169. 164 over here. Might be coming to the limit of their range, actually. Possibly. Might be due to the fact that we don't have 3 hexes wide here. Okay. So 164, the 17th Panzer Division can reach this position here. Ideally, they do have enough when they get there to actually attack. Yeah, they do. Fantastic. Even if it's only a hasty attack, it's still an attack. And it is still likely to succeed. There we go. The 36th Tank Division here has had a bit of a beating, hasn't it? Once again being attacked by 10 times the number of armor. Yeah, there we go. Panzer IV E's over here as well, so... I was hoping that they would rout, actually, or shatter, but that unit has been significantly weakened. The good news is we're across the river over here now. Okay. So you do have the most mobility. Yeah, it doesn't look like these units can actually make it here. So I'll not use them as of yet. But the good news is we have managed to make it to... We're not too far out from the outskirts of Minsk over here, so that's not bad, really. Not bad at all. Okay. Now, we might be able to sweep in over Minsk from... over this way. Ideally, these units could be pushed out of the way. The issue is obviously the bloody rivers. That division's been a pain in my arse. Okay. What is your morale? 85, 85, okay. What I'm going to do here then, just use this unit to get rid of these guys here. There we go. Routage is always fine by me. So I could potentially push these two divisions back over here, actually. They do have a lot more movement available to them now. So that's all I need. And what I'm going to do here then, let's see. So I could move across, and we probably would actually have the ability to attack. Yep, I can actually pull off a planned attack, which is great news. So go ahead and do that. Make sure they actually succeed, really. How to battalions? Yep, they're forced retreat there. Again, Shattered would have been great. Would have accepted a route, but still I'll take it. Okay, what I can do here then. Push even further. I'll go with a hasty attack here. Yeah, there's only about 3,000 men there. Good, they're routed now. Okay. So I'm not able to move up any further. I can't attack that unit either, so, yeah. Okay, what I'm looking to do here then is just really try and push into the enemy's zone of control as much as possible so that when I do move the actual panzers, they have an easier time. Don't want them struggling any more than necessary. I do want to have Minsk this turn. If at all possible, really. Yeah, that's an issue. So I think, to be honest, I could try and bang my head against that. I could probably succeed. I can go for a planned attack, which is good news. What I am going to do here then is actually put 2 divisions on a hasty attack, actually. Right, so I'm looking for that call. Okay. So I could go for 2 divisions on a hasty attack, but, and this is it, it's the river crossing that I'm worried about. So what I'll do here is I'll take the 256 and I'll have them perform a planned attack. They're the division with the extra morale, so obviously more dangerous. Stronger division. If that doesn't work, then I'll have the other one go for a planned attack. I could have had both of them go for the hasty attack, but I'd rather make sure we have some chance. Good, they actually succeed. Okay, I'm happy about that. Taking Minsk isn't really that important first turn. You should have armor divisions near Minsk in case Stalin thinks defending Minsk is a good idea, so you can encircle them. Yeah, that's a good, valid point. The reason why I want to take Minsk first turn is just so I could say I took Minsk first turn. It's no real deeper than that, really. I can't get realized towards it, I know, man. I wish it was that easy, my god. If the Germans could do that on the first turn, holy shit, that'd be amazing. But yeah, it's mostly just bragging rights to a degree. That and, yeah, bragging rights, really. It'd be nice. There's no real reason as to why I shouldn't attempt it either, really, so it's not bad. Okay, move them across the river. Yeah, what you should do is take Moscow second or third turn. How about I take it 0 turn? Like, turn 0. Like, nobody's ever going to see that coming. Right, yeah. Feeling more confident about this. I just need to use the infantry to open the way up. Oh dear. Yeah. My god, the Fallschirmjägers would have a hell of a time doing that one, wouldn't they? Okay. So as far as it goes over here, then. Good attempt to push over this way. I don't think it makes a massive difference. They're not really able to move up here. Move you here. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, obviously it would be a possibility. I guess move them there. It appears I slightly buggered myself. I can imagine these divisions are like, why are we doing this? Whoops. I bet they're thinking, why are we doing this? Okay, that'll do. That goddamn tank division causing me issues. I don't think it's going to matter about these guys. They're going to be cut off anyway. Ah, sup there, Feta. How you doing there, my friend? The guy who reminds me of feta cheese every time. I do hope you're doing well, my dude. I have to Google. That's good, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. See, Feta, yeah. Feta cheese, it's catching on already. So, Marauder, how you doing, my friends? Yeah, so for you guys who are unaware of Marauder PL, awesome dude. He's Polish, and he plays a lot of One of the East. Go ahead and check out his more. He's One of the East content on YouTube, so that is Marauder PL. Go check him out. I believe he has a full head of hair, so he's already doing better than a lot of other people I know. And he's Polish. What's not to love? He's like a fuzzy little eastern bear. He's probably thinking, what the fuck is he on about? Why is he saying these things? Okay. We are closing in on our objective over here. Okay. Your Pavad unit. Indeed, Danny is multicolored. Nearly there. Yeah, I was just thinking about Vilnius, to be honest. Just because it's like, at the end of the day, if I can't take Minsk, there's no point committing everything. I do have this unit over here. That would actually... I'd imagine I'd be able to take Vilnius. Yeah. Okay. 23, 22... Yeah, there's no real difference there. Go ahead and move that unit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there was nothing there in the actual city halt on it other than the actual airfields on headquarters, so that's good news. At least we have that now. Okay. Let's do a little bit of reconnaissance down this area. That's a bloody shame. Okay, me thinks that fatigue is way too high. Our operational distance is way too high. So yeah, we should not do that. That's the point well taken on that one. Okay. What I'll do here then is just do reconnaissance in force, really. Okay, so we do find some resistance over here. Now, I could have a go at them, an actual crack at them, but I'm not going to do that as of yet. But the city's taken. What do we actually take in the city here? Some supplies, some fuel. Not bad, I guess. At least it's something. Gonna have the Panzer Corps join them. So I can give them some Panzer... Well... Pioneers, Panzer Jaegers. Oh, company actually, and a battalion. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the only issues you find. It's with the distance, really. And I don't particularly have to do this. It would be worthwhile to... Well, it would be great to try and push them out. I'd only have a hasty attack to do this with as well. Probably not doable. What I'll do here then is just move this headquarters just back there for the second. Okay, so it's 0 here. I guess I'll have a crack at it then. Or do I? It is a fairly tough unit to do that, really, isn't it? Yeah, how about another unit? Could be done then, isn't it? Well, could be done then. I mean, that's just a headquarters in airfield, but obviously he's taken over its own control, but that isn't going to make a difference. Yeah, I'd be able to get away with actual planned attack there, so that's good, man. I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, so it's only a planned attack here, man. You have self-repelled. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a planned attack against them. Ideally this succeeds. Not entirely sure it will do, but would be nice. We could always go with a potentially 2-division haste attack. So for the best. Oh wow, okay, wow, that's brilliant actually. They actually succeeded and didn't think they would actually. That's good. Okay, well that's really handy then. And they can actually move over here then. Okay, that's cool. I could move them there, but what I'm going to do then is it even needed? I'm going to leave them as they are then for the time being. Okay, so I do have more movement available to me now, which is good news. So what I could do here then is potentially take out that security unit. I could even potentially push this tank division back. Hard to say on that one. But that would help to free up the path there to the south, but also, yeah, same again for the unit here, really. What are your goals? I'd like to take Minsk here. Or at least get as close to taking Minsk as possible, really. It's not required as such, it's just, yeah, kind of like a big dick contest at the moment. Oh dear. Okay. So I'm just replying to a message here at the moment. I do apologise. My little brother's actually wanted to get into bolt action himself, so he's asking me, Marshall, if I were to buy the Panzer Grenadier Starter Army, how many points would they be? I'm gonna have to like explain to him like later on, like just it's like they can be any sort of points, really just depends on how you build it. Okay, the air will probably retreat next time with all units in the areas anyways, and I don't know if it's possible to actually take the city on turn 1. I think people have done it. I think it depends really. I don't know what senders they did it on. I mean, I've got mine a little bit harder, so I'm not playing hero exactly standard. Though it does feel a little, I don't know. It'll be a fun campaign either way. Okay, let's take a look at the mobility of these units then. Yeah, that's nice. And this is it, or do I actually go for this unit here? But even then, I'm still going to have the same amount. I'll make a crack. I'll make a crack at this unit down here than the actual armored unit. It links this up as well, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit tougher than I thought it was, actually. The armor division near Minsk is pretty tough. I'd suggest encircling them rather than losing precious tanks indeed. Yeah, it's probably looking that way. Okay, so the best I can do here then is get rid of the fortified region. That unit's a bit tougher. Yeah, it's the 36th Tank Division there, the 161st Rifle Division, and the 16th NVKD Border Regiment there. What I'm going to do then is, we only have the ability to attack one thing or the other, so I'm going to go for the fortified region because it's simply just easy. Bum. Yep, and they're gone. Okay, so that's good for us. Very good for us. At least we now have the ability to move there. Right then. So, I mean, these units will more than likely pull out of that position anyhow. Yeah, they do have some fortifications here as well. That's pretty rough. They got fortifications here. Ooh, that's a level 2 fortification as well. That's fucking... no wonder it's a bit tougher then. God damn it, it's like a perfect storm. I mean, in fairness, I've not moved these divisions as of yet then. So what I might do then is see what we have available to use to take from this panzer group. And then what I might do is actually, the ones I'm not using here, is have them actually sent south, to be honest, where they can actually do more. I've actually seen the Soviets see gaps in my line. And instead of retreating, they exploit the opportunity, resulting in a bigger encirclement next turn. Oh dear. Okay, 192, that's a lot of mobility. Holy moly. I mean, this is it really. We have achieved what we need anyway in here in the center. So, it might be a case of what we do here with the actual panzers, potentially split them out to a degree. Maybe. I'm thinking maybe about just holding on to that fuel for a for instance. But then again, I can actually get these. God, I hate that tank unit up there. What do you guys reckon then? Do we move into this area with the panzers, or do I just have them somewhat spread out along here anyhow? I could even use them to actually get rid of this tank division here. And to be honest, I might do that. Have one of the divisions actually chill out in Vilnius or something of that nature. But remove that Soviet tank division from that location. Where do you plan to go during the campaign? Pretty heavily south, for the most part. I mean, where do you plan to go in Operation Barbaros? Do you plan to just go into the Soviets? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here then is try and bleed strength away from the Santa Group army here. I'm thinking what we might do here then is actually take 2 panzer divisions, maybe even more than that, and have it sent down south actually. I think a pretty heavy push against the south would be very good. But is Moscow a higher priority or Leningrad? I'd say Leningrad is a higher priority, to be honest. The reason being, you can link up them with the Finns. And obviously you do have access to the supply network over here then as well. Plus the Finnish troops are actually able to then be used elsewhere, which is nice. Yeah, Leningrad is easier and closer to take to. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's one of these things, it's like, I'd say take Leningrad before you take Moscow. Because, I mean, this is it. It's like, Moscow is really not much import, really. Then you should probably push parts of 3rd Panzer Army north. Maybe one call. What does the DLCs add to this game? I believe it adds different scenarios, really. Yeah, you're right, man. Maybe just take these panzers and actually have them, well, take one of these calls and have it head northeast, really. It would definitely help out the Northern Army, well, Army Group North. It would allow us to actually push towards this area, like towards Lake Ilmen and that sort of area as well. Even potentially a stronger push over here towards like, what is that? Or Smolensk from the north wouldn't be a bad thing. I might go ahead and do that, actually. We've got what we wanted to achieve over here as is, actually. So I might just use that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll work for me. Though, what I'll do here then is actually use this core. So these 2 panzer divisions can stay down here. I don't have the administration to faff about, so I'll just use this core over here then. It's like, of course, they could actually move up here and they'd actually have potentially the points to attack the city, or at least units around the city, but it's not going to do anything. The Soviets have a lot of reserves around Moscow and Smolensk, but very little between Leningrad and Moscow. Yeah, you're right there. So, let's have a look here then. We can begin to move up this way. And disrupting these rail lines over here is never a bad idea. So the question is, I mean, if I move into this area, like, what the hell do I gain? I don't really gain anything, do I? In fairness, I might have them just move up towards Riga. Just some airborne brigades out that way. What do you guys reckon, Ben? Do we move towards Riga with these forces, then, with this corps? I mean, this is it. It's one of those where it's not very much a choice. I mean, if I move this way, I'm going to be further away from where the actual lines are going to be repaired. If I buy here at Riga, obviously there's a larger amount of supplies could be found from the city. I mean, I'm going to just be moving through trash here. There's no large cities. There's nothing really to make it even worthwhile, is there? All we'd be doing is just taking worthless ground. Yeah, the railway's near Pskov. Yeah, what I'm thinking here, Ben, is we'll have them move up to just the outskirts of Riga here this turn. So in turn 1, they'll be about here. And then what I think I could do then is actually have these forces take Riga or whatever happens. And then the other panzers also will move up over here. We could have them head off down this way. The other panzer force just head off down this way towards Pskov. Or something like that. Just, yeah, what I want to avoid here is, like, the Soviets digging in this position here, because that really bloody slows you down. That is awesome terrain to defend in. At least these guys will have an easy time. Yeah, it cuts these forces off as well, so it's not a bad thing. Would I actually protect my headquarters now, just on the off chance? It'd be kind of embarrassing if I lost the Panzer Group, well, Panzer Corps headquarters. Right, there we go. Yeah, so it's just got headquarters over here. Headquarters, I'd imagine that's probably headquarters and airfields or something. There is a division there. What I'm going to do then is actually, yeah, I'll use one of these tank divisions to take that tank division or surround this area. I'll have them move out here. Okay, so you're attached to 4th Panzer Group. I was thinking, is it worth it trying to do that for that? But then again, I can actually have a position next time when it's going to be needed. Or in fairness, actually, I would disrupt that headquarters there. But it's going to make it harder to fuel them, isn't it? It's one of these, again, of like, where it's a decision, but it's not really a decision, because it's like... I could use them to do that, but it's like, for what? What do I gain from that? Don't really gain much. I think I might have it moved down over here, then I can have it assigned to one of these units. Yeah, I'll have it assigned to one of these cores over here. The SS units are quite powerful. Do I have the points to reassign it? I do not. But what I'll do then, spread it out to a degree. In fact, I'll just keep it as it is then. We'll have it assigned later on. Shame I don't have the administration points now. Actually, you know what? I regret not doing that now. It's definitely a bit daft. I should have used that motorized unit, but to make sure that these units don't get out. Let's do that. Which is kind of what I was going to be roughly going for anyhow. Then we'll just go for that then. So I should have used the motorized division to do that, but it's kind of what I was looking for anyhow. Okay. So at least those units aren't going to be getting out. So I didn't want these divisions to be freed. Cowardice needs to fall next turn. How much of the Red Air Force have we destroyed so far then? Let's take a look. 2,780. It's a shame that I've lost 40 aircraft. I was hoping I would have lost less. But, not bad, not bad. Nearly, I want to try and aim for about 3,000 if we can, like, you know, by disrupting these airfields. That's always a good thing. Yeah. It's not going to matter really terribly much, but at least if we can try... I'm going to try and just bloody They can still get out of that pocket, I think. I mean, yeah, they might be able to reconnect over here. These guys are doomed, though, for the most part. I don't know, we'll see what happens. If the AI does it, then, oh well. Okay. I'll move this more centrally located one, actually. Right, that'll do. So rail lines will be running through there. Until about here. I'm gonna look to run them along this line here then. I still have these divisions over here, but I really can't say what to be committed to. I might just have them placed, just, I don't know, potentially even on the front lines, potentially use them as a reserve for elsewhere, really. We'll have to really think on that one of how we want to use them. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, we'll have Regan and we'll have Mints next turn, so I can't complain about that. Well, reinforced presence there to the north, which is fine. The infantry did well, which is what I like them to do. We're going to sort of bare bones over here. I mean, obviously I can begin moving these units up over this way as well. But I'm glad that we have Brest over here. At least when I do go for the City of Mints next turn, we'll be in a better position. That's a shame. That's obviously going to have a lot of divisions at Smolensk when you get there. Yeah, so allocate as many spare armor there. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, ideally we can make it to Smolensk fairly quickly. I think we'll be able to approach it in a different, way as well. Like, I'm not going to send armor up over here to, like, buy talent in. It's basically Estonia, because there's no need. I think what we'll do then is have, yeah. The vast majority of it, I'm going to say about 2/3 of it actually heading down over here to Pskov, take Pskov. Then ideally what I can do is actually use the second lot of armor, the other 1/3 there, just to head towards Veliki Luki, however you pronounce it, and then reserve. I'd like to ideally bypass Smolensk, ideally cause some havoc, really try to force the Soviets to redeploy their defensive line. But I am going to call the actual session here for today, to be honest. So we've got Army Group North here for the most part done. There's just a couple odd things to move, a couple odd units to decide what we're going to be doing with. We've got our movements over here for the most part sorted. Lighter over here, just trying to hold them in place while we have them encircled and cut off. With these Panzer units then, I do have 2 Panzer divisions there. Another Panzer division here. We've got the Das Reich SS motorized, the Grosse Deutschland motorized regiment. Got these these armored units that'll be available next turn. Yeah, so what I can do here then is actually just use our armor then. We'll be looking to try and, if possible, link up with the Romanian line over here, or at least the Romanian border over here, and then at least we'll be able to cut off all these forces here. It's going to be difficult because obviously these men don't have too far to go until they can actually retreat into decent defensive terrain, like behind rivers and etc. So, I do think additional panzers would do quite well. It may even be that I rail the panzers down here so that they're actually ready and fueled and ready to go, well, basically ready to go in this second turn. While these panzers over here have somewhat expended their fuel, so we'll have to decide on that one when we actually get there. So I'd like to say thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. What I'm going to say is the third session will probably be the final session of turn, technically, yeah, turn 1. And then we'll be able to get into the next turn, actually. So that's going to be quite good. That's obviously when things start to pick up the pace, really, as we'll be able to just go for our objectives, tactical, strategic, that sort of thing. Try and work out objectives per army and army group and etc. Really, that'd be a good way to organise things. So I'd like to say a big thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. It's been awesome as ever to have you guys here. If you have enjoyed this and you would like to see more of this content, then please do consider supporting myself and the channel. The best way to do this is via Patreon. That is the best way, as it is the way where I get the greatest amount of that support. As of course, Twitch is much better than YouTube, but it obviously still takes a cut. But I'd like to say a big thank you, and if you guys are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow me on Twitch. Really is majorly appreciated. Until next time, thank you so very much, and goodbye from now.